Okay guys, now we got new pictures of Dracule Mihawk. Sadly, we still don't have the pricing and release date, but since yesterday we saw that we're basically gonna get more information on Heero Yui on the 24th, so I'm guessing tomorrow we should have all the information we need on this guy. So this is only gonna be the new pictures, as you guys gonna be seeing here. I gotta say, the face looks awesome. I love the way the eyes look. That looks great. I love the hat. That looks perfect. Of course, with the little cloudy design they gave it here, which looks awesome. The sword looks amazing, man. Obviously, he's pretty much carrying a cross, not only on his neck, but his back too. Man, the detailing of the sword here, the handle just looks great with the guard and everything. The handle here with the wrapping, the little blue orb there, man, it looks great. Of course, he has his chisel abs with the pants, with the buckle. You can see here the design of his outfit, which looks pretty nice. You know, the shirt, the vest, he's just looking awesome. And here's the full thing. Now obviously, like, people are gonna be hating on me for this, but hey, I have to say it. They should have went full fabric for his coat. They should have went full fabric for his coat to make it look nice, so it wouldn't hinder the articulation of the legs. And I think it would have looked a lot better if they would have done that. The other thing is obviously the legs. Guys, we already saw Heero Yui. Heero Yui has some nice legs. You know, they don't dip like here. They are completely smooth, which looks great, and only for the knees. Again, like I said before, I know people are gonna hate me for this. They always do. They always do. Even after owning Goku and Vegeta, you know, Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Gohan. Even after owning those figures, people are still like, I don't like it when you talk bad about the legs. Well, you're gonna have to find a corner and cry, because I'm still gonna hate on them. I gotta say, the boots look really darn nice. Obviously they should have went lower here, so they look a lot more uniform instead of looking that cut up. But I gotta say, I do like the straps here. Those look awesome. Check it out here, just sitting. He doesn't come with a throne. If you have something to sit him in, that's gonna look nice. You can see him with the hands together. You know, that looks awesome. This alone just makes it that cool. But word of warning, you see how glossy the bottom of the boots look? That means this figure is gonna be slippery, so I wouldn't be surprised if it has problems standing up. Just, you know, use a stand for it just to be safe. And check it out here. Of course, he has his little sword. The little sword there. His 2-inch blade there, which he used to kick Zoro's ass. Obviously. And man, the design pattern here just looks great. That looks awesome. Okay, here, that screaming face looks cool. That pose looks pretty darn good. And man, I just love the way the body looks. The abs here, everything just looks so perfect. And check out that sword. Finally, S.H.Figuarts, you finally are doing it. Sharp looking and pointy swords. Beautiful. That's awesome. That's a big win right there. That's a big win, and here you can see where the sword actually attaches. Again, if they would have done this in fabric instead of looking like this all the time, you could have it down, you could have it up, you know, you can play around with it. Here what he looks like without his hat, you know, with the spiky hair, which is a good amount of hair separation. That face looks good. This guy just looks good all around, honestly. You can see Zoro there. Look at that big sword with that blade, man. He's looking awesome. And of course, Zoro is gonna come with this face here of him crying. Crying like a bitch. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome that they added that. That's cool. Oh, he's also gonna come with one for Luffy as well. Damn, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, he does. So yeah, here's everything you're gonna be getting. Of course, you're gonna be getting the main figure. The hat. Look at the way they did it. I thought that they were gonna use another head for, you know, the without the hat. But no, you just take off the hat and put the hair on it. Okay, so that's cool. That's actually a cool way to do it. That is a cool way to do it. So you get 1, 2, 3 face plates, 4 if you count the one that he already has, 4 Mihawk, and of course 1 for Zoro and 1 for Luffy. The big ass sword, which looks awesome. Again, looks sharp, it looks pointy. I love that. You got the little sword hand here. You get this one here with the hands together, and then you get 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of hands if you count the ones that he already has on. So that is pretty awesome. That is pretty darn cool. Now, sadly, let's actually refresh here just in case. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now we have more information. As you guys can see here, December 2025. That's a limited exclusive, meaning that it's a premium Bandai. And as you guys can see here, the price is 12,000 yen. How much is that? That is 81 US dollars. Remember, shipping, handling, taxes, and all that stuff, which is information that I cannot give you because that depends on where you live. Now, obviously, if you buy it from Big Bad Toy Store, if you buy it from P Bandai's US store, sometimes they will have it there, sometimes they won't. Trust me, I'm still waiting for the Chongoki Liger Zero armor set that they haven't brought there yet, and it's been almost, what, 2 years? Yeah. But yeah, if you're gonna buy it from Big Bad Toy Store, remember that they're gonna charge you a little bit more. You might be paying up 120 for it, plus the shipping. If you go with, you know, if they do put it up at Premium Bandai's US store, you might have to pay that same amount or more. Sometimes US P Bandai store is like, oh, scalpers are selling this for 300 bucks, then they were gonna sell it for 300 bucks. Yeah, so yeah, that it you know, when it comes to the pricing, you might find it for more or less, just depends on where you look for. And again, shipping, handling, all that stuff. And I say it again because there's always people, I don't know, people are kind of dumb for some reason, and they just come here and go, oh, that's not the actual price, because when you add shipping, handling, all that stuff, it's come to this. Yeah, dude, it does. It does. But let me tell you something, I don't live where you live. At least where I live, I don't have to pay taxes for these figures. So my pricing is normally, if this guy is 81 and I have to pay shipping, it's probably shipping is around 25 to 35. So yeah, a little under 100 or a little bit above it. That's normally what I pay for them. So yeah, still, this is pretty awesome. Hopefully get more information on Heero Yuy pretty soon, because that's the figure that I really want. And I already decided that I don't care if it's a premium Bandai or not, I'm gonna pre-order it. I'm pulling the trigger on that one. Yeah, that's how much I love Wayne fucking Zero and freaking Gundam Wayne. And I know what you're saying, Zero, you don't have the rest of the master grades. True, I don't, and I hope I can do that next year. So, what, you guys thought the video was over? No, here you go. Yes, we finally have the release date, pricing for Heero Yuy, as you guys can see here, February 2026, so next year, yay! And his price is 9,000 yen, which comes around 61 US dollars. Not that expensive. Now remember, this is a premium Bandai exclusive, meaning that shipping, handling, premium P Bandai's online site, the premium that they want to charge you, their 10%, all that stuff, scalpers, everything. So you're gonna be paying a little bit more for that. Still, this is pretty awesome. And check him out. I gotta say, this figure looks awesome. And by the way, before we talk more about the figure, because yes, I'm really excited about this. Obviously, I think you guys are noticing that my videos are looking way better now. Yeah, that was because I made a mistake and I didn't notice that I had changed my OBS settings to recording 1080p instead of 4K. So now we have 4K. So as you guys can see, Heero looks great, man. The hair separation, the eyes, the face. Of course, you got that detonator switch right there. And like I said earlier with Mihawk, look at the legs that Heero has. Oh yeah, those legs look awesome. Smooth, no problems there, no cuts. That is beautiful. The only thing is the S.H.Figuarts diapers and the knee. But other than that, it looks great. And I like the way they did his boots. They actually went all the way down here. It's true that this little part here for the joint looks a little bit off. I wish they would have found a way to cover it a little bit more. If I remember correctly, I think his boots are supposed to have laces here, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But other than that, that looks great. That looks perfect. Checking it out here, of course, doing the hand thing of the opening. He only does it in the opening, by the way. His face here, this face, doesn't look that good compared to what his face actually looks like. You know, it just this face looks off, honestly. But other than that, he's looking pretty nice. I mean, the arms do look cut up, but other than that, pretty good, pretty good. And check it out here, man. This is gonna be awesome. That's gonna be awesome. So yeah, here you can see him with his gun there. The gun looks good. Looks the way it should look. And I like how they have his shirt tucked in here on the front and not on the back. That's how it should be. And he just looks so good. Here is his screaming face, his angry face, which again kind of looks off. Heero doesn't. They didn't really detail his nose, honestly, and I'm pretty sure in the anime he does have the nose. You can notice it pretty much, but other than that, it is Heero. You can see him smiling, which is weird that they added that. The guy doesn't really smile in the whole series, only a few times. You can see him happy. Oh, I know what I know the episode. This is the episode where he comes back to Earth with Catra and they are playing with the dogs. Yeah, that's from this. These two are from. So that's his happy face. That looks good. And of course, they show you, the metal robot side mask. This is the one you need. Fuck no. Fuck no, Bandai. We don't need that crap. We don't need this guy. No. All you need is a Master Grade Wayne Gundam Zero, a freaking Master Grade Wayne Gundam. And there you go. And you have it. Oh, or a Master Grade Epion. And that's it. That's pretty much all you need. You don't need to buy those. I know I can't actually buy a metal robot. I am actually. Well, fuck that shit, man. And here you can see. Oh. Are you kidding me? They didn't show us pictures with these two, right? No. Oh, Bandai, what the fuck? Why didn't you guys? Honestly, dude, you can recreate the fall that he has. Remember when he falls? That's cool. Oh, well, not the fall. Actually, when the duo shoots him, because this is the blue bandages in quotes, air quotes, are actually parts of Relina's dress. So that leaves me to think of something, you know. I like what we're seeing here. I like it, obviously. I think this is what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna release this Heero, obviously, and then they're gonna release another one with his pilot suit. I hope they do. I really want that. That to me would be perfect, honestly. And obviously maybe have Heero with his Endless Waltz outfit. Now, if we talk about that, which version of Relina are we gonna get? Because with this Heero, you can pretty much recreate quite a lot of the episodes that he's in with this outfit, obviously. But let me tell you something. If they do his pilot suit one, they have to include the pineapple. Remember? When he throws the pineapple and kills the guy? Yeah. They have to do that. They have to do that, or maybe I can just use a real pineapple. Island boy. Yeah, that's the advantage of living in a rock in the middle of the ocean. Endless pineapples. So, yeah, that is pretty cool. So, like I said, what version of Relina are we gonna get? Are we gonna get the normal one, you know, from the start, or we're gonna get her institute outfit, the schoolgirl outfit? Are we gonna get the Relina from the Sand Kingdom, which I think that would be the perfect one, honestly? Or we're gonna get Queen Relina, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see. But let me tell you, Heero looks good, but he could look better, obviously. He could look better. I don't know. There's something about the face that doesn't really match up. But especially this face here. Like, this face is just like, you see and you're like, oh, damn, you know. I know the laughing face, but the other thing, he doesn't come with his cockpit or anything. I wish they would have given him something, you know, but considering you would have to make one for Wayne Gundam, one for Wayne Zero, one for Epion, I'm guessing that's why they decided not to do that. But man, I don't know, maybe Relina's next, maybe Sex, maybe Duo, maybe Troa, maybe Wufei, maybe Katra, maybe Noin. There's quite a few characters for them to make from Gundam Wing, but this is S.H.Figuarts, and that's the problem. That, you know, the quality with this figure is simple enough that it shouldn't have any problems, but we'll see what happens. And the other thing is that Bandai, when it comes to series, you know, they have gotten better with this, but sometimes they have gotten pretty bad, where you want a character, you know, you're like, let's see, pretty easy example, Detective Conan, right? You get Kid Conan, you get Rand, you get her dad, you get a few of the other side characters, but you don't get Jimmy or Shinichi. You don't get Conan as an adult. They never released him. They never did. So it's one of those things that they could just be, this could be a one and done. Yeah, we made Heero Yui, there you go, one and done. You don't need anything more, you know, which is not true, because this is the Gundam series that brought Gundam to the West. So a little bit more respect, Bandai, you know. It only took you, you're doing this now. You're doing this now because GQUUUX has been, I don't know, hasn't been that good, you know. The manga, guys, I'm reading freaking Gundam 8, and I have a video on it. And that first chapter, chapter 2 should come out in a few days, is 100 times better than the shit they're giving you in GQUUUX. 100 times better. 100 times better. It's like Bandai had 2 anime ideas and they went for the shitty one, and it's just it bit them in the ass pretty much. So yeah, this, I know they're doing it for the 30th anniversary and all that stuff, bullshit. You know, these figures should have come out at least 10 years ago. We should have gotten Gundam pilots 10 years ago. We should have gotten Domo. We should have gotten Armor. We should have gotten Char. We got Judah, Camille, freaking, what's the name of the one from Victory? I always forget that kid's name. Whatever. You know, we should have gotten all of them. And because that's the thing. That's the thing here. How many Wayne Zeros can you buy? You're not gonna buy all the Wayne Zeros, right? Unless you're pretty crazy. No. You need what? Right now when it comes to Wayne Zero, if you need a high grade Wayne Zero, there's one for you. There's a really good one. You want a real grade, they got you covered. You want a master grade, you have 2 options. If you want master grade, You got the OG Master Grade, or you can go Verka, which the Verka to me is the perfect one to get. It's the nice a good combination of the one the manga, the one the anime. Just put them both together and it's awesome. And plus you can get FX wings, got you covered. You got the inner metal frame for it. You got the Cosmo light up set, which I don't have because I don't like it that they have wires. I wish they would have found a better way to do that. And plus it's a mess to have to open that up and all that. And if you guys saw my video on the metal frame, you guys know how badly my hands turn out. I actually have to get a tetanus shot for that. And you also get the surfing binder. So pretty much I have a Snow White Gundam Master Grade size in Wing Zero colors. And so pretty much what do you do after that? You already have the Gundam, you already have the effect bars for it, you got lights, you got all this stuff. You know, the Gundam looks awesome. What's next? Oh, the pilots! The pilots! You need the pilots! And that is what Bandai is finding out now. They're like, oh, we have released too many freaking Char-Sakus, but where is... Oh, we need Char. You do need Char. You need all of them. You need all of them. So, yeah, this makes me really darn happy. But like I said, 10 years too late. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I don't care. It's gonna be released some February of next year. Big Bad Toys Store should have him. I'll go to it after I'm done with this video and just check it out because I have to. I have to have this guy in my collection. And man, I'm really happy. I'm really happy that we're finally, you know, getting Heero Yui. He should have been in the S.H.Figuarts line, like I said, 10 years ago. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.